Hello, Professor Hinton and people of the internet. This is my final project for CSC215 at UAT, and the goal of the final project was kind of to encapsulate or show everything that I've learned in the prior weeks of the class. And so this class was C++, it was an introduction to C++, and we learned a variety of different things of what you could learn and cram into 5 weeks, but it was a good amount, and I feel like I've learned significantly more than I thought I would. Um, However, apart from all that, let's kind of get right into what the tasks were, and I'll kind of just summarize all of this. But basically, what it was is to, again, take everything that you've learned, pointers, references, um, how to use proper preprocessor directives, um, strings and integers, how to make and create different functions, how to include a header file, different sources to make sure that your code is clean and works and functions and looks nice and presentable. That's kind of the shortened version of the tasks. So here I created a little basic, I called it the small hall of games, as you can see, and it asked the user to choose from two different games. And one game I just included was something that we already made in a prior, for a prior assignment. It was a keyword game, and you'll see that one in a second. And the second assignment is an adventure game, and that's based off of a prior assignment as well, but I um, upped the stakes a little bit on it, and I didn't get a chance to finish the entirety of the game, just because there's a lot of content that in my mind I wanted to add, but I didn't really plan out the time properly. So I'll kind of go through and show you what it looks like. Hope you enjoy. Alright, so here, as you can see, hopefully you can see this. I can't really make it any bigger, so that's what we got. So it says, "Welcome to the small hall of games. Here in the small hall, we have two games for you to play. According to the Gaming Bureau of Gamer Statistics, you have to have a minimum of 3 games or more to be considered a normal hall. Since we only have 2, we are small but mighty. Please choose a game. Game 1, Word Scramble, or Game 2, Mysterious Adventure." I'm going to start with Mysterious Adventure. And I do have else checks in place that if you do type this in incorrectly, it will push back to say, hey, you messed up, try again. And so here you can see, "Welcome to Mysterious Adventure. What is your name?" "Hunter." "Hunter, it is nice to meet you. You are brave, embarking on this journey alone. I provided you with a choice of 3 weapons. You choose one. Which will it be?" "You have a great sword of peril, a skeletal scythe of fire, or a great hammer of justice." I like the great hammer of justice, so I will choose that. And also here as well, if you don't choose the proper weapon, it actually faults to a else that gives you a squirt gun, and so you have to go on this journey with a squirt gun, so you don't want to mess up your weapon choice. So as you can see, you have chosen and equipped the Great Hammer of Justice. Okay, Hunter, now that you have your Great Hammer of Justice, let's proceed. This is showing that it is properly taking the user input and putting it back out into the proper place. So it asks for the username. Boom, here's the username. It asks for you to choose a weapon. Boom, here's the weapon. Press any key to continue. You are in a dark, seemingly desolate forest. You begin walking through the forest, trying not to make any noise as you bang your great hammer of justice on some surrounding trees. After walking for what seemed to be 15 miles, you stop to take a break. After a moment of sitting down, you hear some rustling in the trees and you think you hear footsteps. What do? Run or investigate? Here I gave the player an option of what to do. I'm going to choose investigate because in the game, if you choose run, it calls you a coward and says, since you're a coward, we're going to quit the game. And then the game quits. So I'm going to do investigate. Hunter, you're acting like a true warrior. You crouch and begin to slowly walk around the tree where you hear noises from. You spot two bandits. They appear to be drunk, but you overhear them saying that they're looking for someone. Hello? That was weird. Here we go. Say they're looking for someone. After you listen for a moment, you discover they are looking for you. Their leader placed a bounty on your head because you possess the great hammer of justice. Now again here, this is still referring to, it's still showing that it's pulling that weapon that you selected. At this moment, you have three choices: stealth, engage, or run. Now here, you can do stealth or you can do engage. I'll probably do stealth. It doesn't matter really. If you do run, it'll call you a coward and say, since you're a coward, we're going to quit the game. So I guess I will do stealth. You try to slowly sneak behind the bandits. You throw a rock in the opposite direction in an attempt to distract one. They turn to each other asking if they heard that. The bandits nod, and one heads off to the direction of the rock throw. You sneak behind the bandit closest to you and swing your great hammer of justice above your head and deliver a killing blow to one of the bandits. As the other bandit returns, he freaks out when he notices that his ally is dead. He attempts to yell for help, but as he opens his mouth, you take your great hammer of justice and deliver another silent killing blow to the second bandit. And then, unfortunately, this is where the story has to end. As I said, there could have been a ton more content, different weapons, different pathing for stories, and eventually get into a bandit leader and killing him. So yeah, there's a lot that can be done here, but I had to find I don't want to say middle ground, but a stopping point, so I could turn in the assignment on time. So this is going to close out because the adventure game portion is over. I will reopen the console and I will play Word Scramble. Welcome to Word Scramble. Here you will be given 3 different scrambled words per turn. It is your goal to guess each word properly. Let's begin. Word 1. Oh, that's what it is. Paper. So I do know all the words. If I wanted to, I could even kind of cheat and just have them. Here we go. Just have them right there, just so I can go through it a little bit faster. So paper. Word 2. That is brain. Word 3. Dragon. Congratulations, you guessed word 1, word 2, and word 3 correctly. What is your first guess? Window. Desk. Blanket. Congratulations, you guessed word 1, word 2, and word 3 correctly. Word 1, duck. Word 2, phone. Word 3. I can't even find that one on my list. What word is that? Square. Did I spell it wrong? Sorry, it's 1 o'clock in the morning my time right now, so I'm kind of tired. I did spell it wrong. Sorry. Square. But as you can see, that actually worked out and might be happy because sorry, that guess is not correct. There are checks in here that does tell you that if your guess is incorrect, it will give you the opportunity to guess again. Hello? square. Alright, so I guess there's a little bit of work to do on this one. For some reason it is not jumping out of the loop when I'm typing in the correct answer. So I'll just type in quit so that can break the loop. It says, "I'm sad to see you leave, but I understand. Would you like to play again?" If you type quit at any time in this game, it'll prompt this message. You can play again, which I can choose yes. Then it starts over. Paper, brain, dragon. I'm actually surprised it's doing the same words. There we go, different word. Television, controller, vehicle. Guessed all three words right again. Door, fan. I like these words. Here we go. Swimming. Alright, so now I got all the way through. I guessed all three words 3 times. I could hit play again because this is set on a loop. So you have to guess all 3 words correctly 3 times consecutively. And so I can play again that I've reached the end. I'm going to hit no. It says, "Thanks for playing. Have a nice day." So yeah, so that's basically the final project in a nutshell. It it shows use of strings, different functions. I have the header file here where I'm just declaring the 2 functions that I created, and the adventure game source and the keywords game source file. Here is the main function where it's running everything. It does a little bit of introduction to what you're doing. Then it gives you the choice of the game you want to play. And here the get line is making it so you're able to have a space between your words that you're typing. If you don't do it this way, it will only read one word. Just typically what you'll do is you'll do a CN and you'll ask for user input. If you do it this way, it will only read the first word, and so you have to do the get line in order for the program to read the space. And here in the adventure game, I do utilize the references and pointers. So here I have the username, but then I'm pointing the username to a certain spot in memory, and so that way I can just use a reference of it throughout the program. And here you can see that I'm using that I'm referring to the user weapon, and then there's the user weapon again, user weapon, and then other parts throughout the like right here, username. I'm pulling the reference of that variable from that point in the memory. And not that it's necessary in a program this small per se. In a program of this size, you would typically just have the username and user weapon. But once you get to a larger scale game or a larger scale program, you would have to use references and pointers because of just memory allocation. And so there's the use of that for the assignment. And yeah, that about pretty much covers everything that I did for the final project. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, this is on YouTube, so leave a comment. Feel free to reach out. I'd love to answer any questions that you guys have. And if you need anything, yeah, just reach out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.